Hello Clune team and welcome to another edition of the Clune Safety Spotlight videos. This week we will be discussing ergonomics and how it could impact us not only on our projects, but in the office as well. Let's start by understanding what ergonomics is so that we can understand how to prevent exposure to ergonomic hazards on our job sites and offices. Simply put, ergonomics is fitting the task to the worker. Ergonomics involves the way you use your body to work and fitting the job or task to you. Using ergonomics during work activities not only makes the work easier on your body but often helps us find ways to do our work more efficiently. The goal of ergonomics is to prevent musculoskeletal disorders, or MSDs. These MSDs are injuries developed slowly over time and occur in the soft tissues of your body such as nerves, tendons, muscles, ligaments, and joints. Unlike injuries from falls, electrocution, or other serious hazards, musculoskeletal disorders don't seem serious when they first arrive. Many of these injuries start with minor discomfort in the early stages. In the early stages of MSDs, when the symptoms are mild, your body can recover between shifts or episodes of extreme activity, but eventually you will not be able to recover to normal. Examples of these injuries include low back strains, bursitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, and tendinitis. Recognizing the problems in work tasks that cause these symptoms is the first step to eliminating them. There are 5 common ergonomic hazards that may occur during work activities, all of which increase the risk for musculoskeletal disorders. Repetition. Performing the same task utilizing the same muscles repeatedly. High force. Using high force or power in tasks that require lifting and gripping. Awkward postures. Working with your body in a poor position for a long period of time. Contact stress, when pressure from an object is pushed to the soft body tissues. Hand-arm vibration, vibration that enters the body from power tools or equipment use. Any of these hazards performed over a long period of time can cause a problem, but all ergonomics hazards can cause consistent pain to workers who often choose to work through pain. According to OSHA, working hurt is among one of the largest problems facing construction workers today, as working hurt can not only lower productivity, but can cause lifelong pain and possibly disability. Controlling ergonomic hazards. Let's discuss how we can prevent these injuries and protect ourselves in the workplace. First, you must recognize the hazards involved with your tasks that day. We can ask ourselves if the task is uncomfortable or difficult to perform. How can we make the task easier to perform? It is important that we understand some engineering controls that we can implement when considering how to protect ourselves from these hazards. We can design the work areas to eliminate reaching, bending, or awkward postures. We can use tools or equipment that fit the hand, which will help eliminate awkward hand positions for extended periods of time. Utilize containers that have handles or cutouts for easy gripping. Also, provide carts for transporting materials and utilize mechanical hoists to eliminate the need for lifting. Provide adjustable tables and chairs that can be used by workers that range in size and shape. This will allow for a straightened posture whether the worker is standing or sitting. There are also numerous administrative controls that we can implement at any time to assist with preventing these types of injuries. Starting with providing training on safe working postures, lifting techniques, as well as other ergonomic procedures. Another example of an administrative control would be to utilize scheduling to minimize excessive overtime or to reduce the type of workload that can expose workers to the ergonomic hazards we discussed earlier in this video. We can ensure sufficient breaks or rest periods are provided, as well as increase the staff or crew size to reduce individual workloads. Also, workers can be rotated among the various tasks to rest the different muscle groups of the body and reduce repetition. These are just a few of the possible controls that we need to keep in mind when taking on our daily tasks. Safe lifting reminders. It's no secret that construction activities involve a lot of heavy lifting. Although, it is important to note that those working in the office are no strangers to being tasked with lifting materials from location to location. When lifting 50 pounds or more, it can be extremely tough on the body and is made worse when the lifting is not done properly. On construction sites, workers are constantly lifting heavy equipment and material as well as regularly opening and closing heavy container lids. These repetitive motions combined with the weight of the objects involved can create fatigue and strain that can lead to muscle tears, joint pain, and potentially hernias. Although, back strains are certainly the most common injury because of improper lifting. Back strains typically result from overstressing of certain muscles in the back. As with most other injuries, the wear and tear that comes with improper lifting typically develops over time. Now that we understand the potential injuries that could result from improper lifting, here are a few reminders to keep in mind when lifting material or equipment in any environment. First, make sure you have the proper PPE for the task, such as gloves, depending on what is being lifted. Assess the material or equipment being lifted to establish if it can be done alone or if help will be needed. Things to consider would be the weight and shape of the item being lifted. Heavy items or items that are awkward to carry are items that should be lifted or with a partner or other safe means, such as using carts or dollies. Taking this time to assess the item will also allow you the time to determine the best place to grip the item. When possible, items should be stored at waist height to avoid the need to bend or reach. When possible, always have the material delivered as close as possible to the area where it will be utilized. Before lifting anything, always make sure your path of travel is free and clear. Obstacles or trip hazards are the last things you'll want to encounter when carrying any items. And finally, make sure to stretch the muscles prior to any lifting. Safe lifting techniques. Now let's dive into a few safe lifting techniques that will help all of us in our day-to-day tasks. Have your feet close to the object and have them shoulder width apart, positioned so that they provide a good, solid foundation. Make sure to get a firm grip of the object. Squat down close to the load or object, keeping your back straight and core tight before lifting. Remember to lift with your legs. Always keep the load or object close to your body. This will help avoid stressing other parts of the body. When setting the object down, use the same technique used to lift the object. Always avoid lifting by bending at the waist or with a rounded back, and try to avoid twisting or turning your body when carrying items. And as always, never lift without being in a balanced position. Remember, practice team lifting whenever possible. These safe practices will assist us when lifting objects on any of our projects or in any of office spaces. For any questions about this safety spotlight video, please reach out to the Clune Safety Team at safetydepartment@clunegc.com.